What does it actually mean to be that girl? That girl isn't just an identification term, it's a lifestyle. That girl always implements healthy habits, makes time for hobbies and self-care, and somehow always has a clean aesthetic feel to her life. So how do you actually achieve this? I have created the ultimate guide to becoming that girl. So get your notepads out and stick around to see how you can change your life to be your best self in 2 weeks or less. Let's do it, besties. I don't even want to say like this is a reinvention of yourself because your potential is already there. You just need to tap into it. Let's start off with step one, getting our routines in check. Starting out with the first routine of the day, our morning routine. I actually have a video where I tried the productive 5 a.m. that girl morning routine for a week, so you could definitely watch that after this. What I do know, no matter what time you wake up though, there are 5 key steps every that girl should be incorporating into her morning routine. Number 1 is waking up by a certain set time every morning. I think the best time is 7 a.m., but obviously this is going to vary for different people with different lifestyle. For me, the perfect wake up time is 7 a.m. because the sun is shining. I still have like the entire day ahead of me. If I want to have a slow morning, I can sit and have a slow morning in bed and still be able to get up at 8 and get ready by 9. I also really enjoy being up at 7 a.m. because no matter what time of year it is, that's typically the time the sun is already about to rise or it's already rising. And getting up and opening your window is actually really good for you health-wise because it kickstarts your circadian rhythm, it kickstarts your body, and it will help you later on when you're trying to sleep. But basically, it's kind of like a natural shot of espresso. Step number 2 is super basic. I make my bed as soon as I get out of bed, as soon as I get up to get ready for the day or to get ready for work, whatever I'm doing. This is especially good if you're trying to have like a productive day, especially one that you kind of have to make the schedule for yourself. Making your bed is like checking something off your to-do list immediately, so it gives your brain like that quick dopamine hit of like checking something off. This like little dopamine boost just makes you want to continue on doing tasks to continue to get that dopamine boost, aka just kind of like kickstarting your productivity for the day. And I feel like always having like a clean space will help you have a clean mind, and I feel like my space never feels truly clean until my bed is made. Another thing that girl, aka you, another thing that girl will do in the morning is wake up, drink a glass of water, and take a multivitamin. It's actually really rare that we get all the nutrients that we need throughout the day, especially just with like busy schedules and eating habits. So taking a multivitamin that has all these basic supplements just really is going to help your body kind of regulate itself. It's going to help build your immune system, which is important. So step number 4, that girl is going to start her day off by doing a little stretch, a little meditation. This doesn't have to be like a full workout. I'm not a gym girly. I know a lot of other like productivity wellness girls are gym girlies, and I love that for them. Not over here, girl. I am totally all for like that slow movement workout in the morning, a really like low maintenance, like either like yoga stretch just to like get your blood flowing, or just like a meditation of some sort. Either one of these things is going to be really good to just kind of like wake us up and really focus us for the rest of the day, which is just going to help throughout the day with managing stress. Finally, for our abridged that girl morning routine, because like I said, I do have more videos on this coming. Last step that girl is going to do in her morning routine is journal. Journaling does not have to be like a guided journal prompt. I actually find that doing this for me doesn't really work because it makes me feel like I'm like working. Every once in a while, I like looking up a guided journal prompt because I think they can be helpful. But I kind of either mind dump or I just do a daily gratitude where I say like 3 to 5 things I'm grateful for every day. This kind of goes back into step 4. We're using this time to like get our thoughts out and clear our mind without any like outside influence yet, because I feel like we don't spend time with ourselves. Even when we're like spending time alone, if we're scrolling on social media, we're not like spending time with ourselves, we're spending time with all the emotions of the strangers on the internet. Now, part B of step 1, stick with me because there's lots of like micro steps in between each thing. Part B of step 1, getting our routines in check, is gonna be something I feel like no one really talks about. We always talk about the that girl morning routine, the that girl night routine, but what do you do in the 8 hours of the day that separate those two times? What is the that girl midday routine? I'm here to talk about that today. This is obviously going to look different different for everybody and be different daily. This is why this is not like a subject that is talked about. You really can't do the same thing every single day in the midday because life is always changing. So it's less about like you have to do this and this and this and this, kind of like a morning or night routine. It's more systems you can put in place that are habits that will help you no matter what the day throws at you. So number one, you gotta make your to-do list. This will just be so helpful no matter what the day throws at you. For me, it's like an essential because I will forget things. Like my mind is so out of sight, out of mind. I love a good to-do list, but also like I said, going back to the making your bed point, when you check something off a to-do list, like physically check it off either like on paper or like on like a Notion page, it literally gives you a dopamine boost. Like it literally makes you happy. That girl's gonna stay hydrated all day long. This is an issue even I'm trying to work on. I know everyone makes fun of like, what's the new trendy water bottle? I definitely don't think you need whatever new water bottle is out, but if you don't have a 40-ounce tumbler, whether it's a Stanley or a Nuwala or a Hydro Flask, doesn't matter, you only need one. I definitely recommend just having one 40-ounce tumbler. I actually have a Stanley knockoff that is linked in my Amazon storefront. The reason I say a 40-ounce is because I feel like most people need about 80 to 120 ounces of water a day. 40-ounce, if you just keep filling it up, you know in increments of 40 how much water you have drank. That girl is gonna get fresh air throughout her day no matter what she's doing. Literally just for a single second walking outside and kind of like taking in the sun, opening your window, just get that fresh air in. Once again, this is gonna just help your circadian rhythm. It's going to help you just feel good. If you can, if weather permits, I recommend going for literally just a 10-minute walk throughout your day. That's all you need. Finally, every single day, that girl is going to read. Reading is important, guys. Reading is so important. This can look like anything. This can be reading 10 pages of whatever book you're currently reading. This can be listening to an audiobook, which I know this is a debate, but yes, it counts as reading. Also, if you don't know, if you have Spotify Premium, they offer 12 hours of audiobooks a month. So it's usually about one book you can get a month. It can be reading a blog or an article. Just read. Now it's time for our night routine. It is time to unwind and relax. This is like optimal time for self-care, which I will get to in another section of this video. So I'll talk more about that later. But self-care is always the move at night. If you have homework or a job that might require you to do a little extra work once you get home, just do it as soon as you're home. Get it over with so you can start your night routine. If you start your night routine, you're gonna start relaxing and then you're gonna go back into it and be like, wait, what's going on? Just get it done as soon as you're home, no matter what. Once you have time to relax, I would recommend using this time to start off your night routine by making a healthy dinner. This could just be like a good automatic starter for people, like kind of like kick your mind into like, oh, now we're doing all our night routine stuff. As a girly who's currently learning how to cook, quick, easy recipes are like my best friend. I love to Pinterest stuff. I love doing really simple things and elevating it. So for example, a quesadilla. I love a good quesadilla. It's so easy to make, but what I really like doing is cutting up onion and pepper and putting black beans in my quesadilla, making it almost like restaurant style, because then you're getting like all the nutrients you really need all in one. So it's still as simple as it was before. You're just kind of making an easy recipe easier. After you eat, this is the time I typically try going on a walk. This is really gonna help your digestion. You catch my drift. It's gonna help you process some of that food you just ate. Once you're home, immediately start like that typical hygiene routine, wash your face, shower, brush your teeth, like the work. Like I said, this is like the perfect time for self-care, and I'll get more into that in a few minutes. But just like a general little tip, once you're done with your hygiene routine, I recommend getting into a cute pair of pajamas. Like you don't need to spend a ton of money for this. I do have a list of like cute pajamas in like my Amazon storefront and on my LTK that are all like relatively cheap. I think a pajama set just like really is going to make you feel good about yourself. It's something that's completely for you. And I know we all have different schedules throughout the day, but that girl is gonna try to be in bed by 10 p.m. Obviously there are exceptions to this, but if you can be in bed by 10 p.m., I would say ideally that girl is in bed by 10. Our routines are down. The overall step one of this video is done. Routines, setting a routine is just step one, because your routines are your everyday, and your everyday is the thing that is going to make you successful. In high school, I actually had a math teacher who, shout out to her, she would always say, you are what you repeatedly do. That literally lit a fire under my ass. Like, I'm gonna just be honest, you are what you repeatedly do. You are your routines. Or you're constantly doing self-care, you're constantly trying to better yourself, you're going to be the best version of yourself. Like, it's just true. You are what you repeatedly do. Now it's time for step 2 officially. Step 2 is making sure your space is always clean and tidy. Of course, I'm gonna tell you to do like a weekly Sunday reset. This is the day where you deep clean. Of course, if you have anything laying around, like, you pick it up, but mainly this is like washing your floors, washing your sheets, washing your makeup brushes, wiping down any surfaces, just like a deep clean. It doesn't even have to be on Sunday, but I'm also gonna encourage you to go a little deeper. This doesn't even have to be weekly, but at least monthly. Make sure you are going through your drawers and organizing them. Wipe everything down. If you have like trinkets somewhere, make sure they're all straight facing out so you can see them all. It just is gonna help your space just look overall cleaner. I talked about this on this channel before, and I'm probably gonna keep repeating myself in future videos, so look out for that. But the night shift is so important. It's like the idea, restaurants and businesses, the night before their night shifts are the people who set up for the morning shift to have success. Think of this as like yourself setting up for future you to be successful. Just remember, guys, a clean space equals a clean mind, and to really be that girl and have like the that girl mindset, you need to be focused. Step 3, self-care. Here it is. A that girl essential that I feel like no one ever actually talks about is doing your hair. What I mean by this is just doing the hairstyle that you feel the most confident in, especially if it can be done like the night before. I feel the most confident with a blowout, girl, because when your hair looks good and you feel confident with it, your outfit and your makeup literally don't matter at all. For me, most self-care comes at night. I love a basic sheet mask. The Tony Moly sheet masks are just phenomenal, and they're not like super expensive. You can find them at like Ulta, Target, things like that. Also, getting like those eye masks, I really like the ones from Dew because they are like reusable, so they're really like sustainable and you don't have to keep buying more. But if you do want one that just has like product in it already, because the Dew ones you have to like put a serum underneath, I literally found a pack on Amazon of 40 for like $10. No matter what brand you use or what kind you use, putting your eye masks in the fridge for like an hour before you use them, it feels just phenomenal. Whenever I wear like a face mask or eye masks, I really like taking this time to do some more journaling or just like watching one of my comfort shows. I'm always like in the middle of Gilmore Girls and Friends. If I have any like maintenance, like beauty maintenance I need to do, this is also the time where I'll do like my nails, I'll give myself a manicure, a pedicure. I do my eyebrows at home. I've always done my own eyebrows. I dermaplane, like things like that. Just like simple, easy, kind of relaxing things maybe while the comfort show is playing. Now I'm gonna tell you to do something that no one has ever said in one of those how to be that girl, how to be productive routines. You guys, you should scroll. You should scroll a little bit. And when I say scroll, I mean on Pinterest specifically. Back into what I was saying earlier, if you have to scroll in the morning, go on Pinterest. But I do recommend scrolling at night doing self-care, but only on Pinterest, because just like I said, motivation is gonna make you feel cutesy, it's gonna help you feel inspired, and it's calming and relaxing. And like a good Pinterest scroll at like 9 p.m. with your water next to you, your hair curlers, and watching like a cute YouTube video or your comfort show, it's the best. There's like literally no beating that feeling. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed. If you like the that girl mindset, productivity routine, vlogs, shopping hauls, California lifestyle, anything like that, we do it all over here. Make sure to subscribe down below to stick around, watch a few of my other videos that will be linked after this. I always have a playlist of similar videos to the video that I post linked at the end of this video, so if you want more videos like this from me, you could always click that playlist at the end. If you're still watching, comment down below, I am that girl, just so I know who the real ones are. We can all do our affirmations together. And with that, I will see you guys all for our next video. Okay, bye!